I am availing of this valuable resource to send a message to our citizens. May I send my best wishes to you all as we face together the challenge of responding to the global health emergency, COVID-19. In particular, Sabina and I offer our deepest sympathies to those who have been bereaved in recent days and weeks as a result of the pandemic. To those of you too who have loved ones in intensive care or who are waiting for results of a test, we offer our solidarity. The pain of losing a loved one to this cruel disease has been compounded for so many by the inability of friends and family to offer consolation and support in the way we usually would. The shake of a hand, a sympathetic touch, a comforting embrace, even our physical presence for those few days following a sudden loss are not available to us for the very good reason that we are all involved in slowing and overcoming the virus. To all of those I've mentioned, may I say, while Sabina and I cannot share your grief, please know that we are with you in thought and in spirit, and that we are thinking of you especially at this most difficult time. May I take this opportunity again to express my deep gratitude, Maruk Dronaheran, on behalf of the Irish people, to our healthcare workers, GPs, pharmacists and their staff, defence forces and An Garda Síochána, all of whom are working tirelessly and selflessly to ensure the best care possible is being made available for those affected by the coronavirus and also for the safety of all our citizens. We owe all of you an enormous debt of gratitude. We owe too a debt of gratitude to the many others who are risking their safety in order to ensure the continued delivery of necessary services. Those who work in food production and essential retail, those who continue to care for the vulnerable, and the many others who are making an extraordinary and exemplary contribution to our country at this difficult time. This is a time when each and every one of you has been asked to make temporary but significant changes to our lives so as to enable us to protect as best we can those who are most vulnerable to this virus. Further restrictions were introduced over the weekend, and difficult as they are, may I urge you to abide by them for all of our sakes. For some of you, these changes have led to serious financial concern as you face the loss of income or even livelihoods. These are all issues that must be addressed. For others, social distancing and quarantine may have prevented you from being able to attend to sick relatives or to say final farewells to loved ones. My thoughts are with all of you who face such difficult circumstances. This is a global pandemic which challenges us. In recent years, we have become familiar with use of the term globalization, usually in relation to trade. We are now living through what is the globalization of a common shared vulnerability. This moment demands much of us as citizens, but I believe that we are discovering within ourselves new capabilities in terms of human decencies, of empathy and compassion. In recent days, so many of you have been giving real, practical meaning to such terms as inclusion and equality. Mullum sif agus irimorif lanont leis an sár sin. This is a time too when all of us can reflect on how best our individual and collective actions can shape the new Ireland that will emerge from this global crisis. At this critical turning point in our history, we are invited to reimagine and reconstruct, drawing on the great spirit of generous citizenship that has thrived, flourished, been given expression in recent weeks. We know it is through that generous compassion and our sense of shared humanity with all those with whom we share this vulnerable planet that we will be enabled to navigate our way forward to a better and more humane world. We may have more dark days ahead of us, but in the midst of the worry and fear that now shade our lives, it is important that we do not lose sight of the opportunity we have today to draw on those great Irish instincts of solidarity, empathy and kindness to allow us to help each other through this ordeal. As As we continue on this journey, let us walk in unity, supporting each other carefully and fully, following the advice that we have been given, thus keeping each other safe. Cossan and Ra, the wheel turns. This virus will pass. And when it does, we can show our appreciation by supporting even more what is local, radio stations, newspapers, and the local economy in every way, including retail and services. Go raibh míle maith agat is Barbana.